Hi, everyone. So, to get started on virtual classrooms, a lot of people are saying or asking, what in the world is a virtual classroom? A lot of things kind of fit under this umbrella, but the main thing is that you set up a presentation using slides. You can use Microsoft Office. Um, so you could use PowerPoint if you wanted. But the only problem with that is a lot of things do not transfer, like fonts and things. So when you would upload it to Google Slides to put it into Google Classroom, then you would lose a lot of that anyway. So that's why I just use slides. So basically, it is exactly what it sounds like. It's an online classroom. You set it up to look like your classroom or our dream classroom. And you can do whatever you want with it. So if you just wanted something super simple, that you would put the agenda up on the whiteboard so every morning when your students came in they could read what they needed to do for that morning, that's fine. If you wanted it to be a resource room where they would go and be able to click on things to go to different websites or activities they needed to do, great. If you wanted it to be a parent-centered classroom, I'm going to show you what most people call the parent app that you could create using this same concept. So this classroom is something I made for my math students. I have it titled as my math resource room. And basically, what will be here are things that they could go to if they needed digital manipulatives that they might need. Now, this is something that I would probably change out as I go. So maybe at the beginning of the year, the stuff I have here works, but by the end of the year, I would need different items. You could make one that had everything all in one place and you didn't have to ever touch it again. That's up to you. I made mine pretty minimal. This was the very first one that I actually made. So, this hundreds chart, goodness gracious, my multiplication chart, it's actually linked to the PDF version that I have for my students to access from home. So if they click on it, they'll open up the big one. They can also print it from home. I have Freckle here. It's actually linked to the Freckle website so that they would be able to log in. And if they do this from their iPads, they would be prompted to open it in the app. This is math vocabulary cards. So this was a fun little website I had found that had 5th grade math vocabulary cards that they could go through. These are online virtual base 10 blocks. And you kind of get the drift. So this obviously links to a calculator, fraction bars, Prodigy. This one is a place value chart. This one is where they can actually roll the dice and they can use that for different activities you might assign them. So this is, again, like just more like a resource room. The next one that I started creating is my homeroom virtual classroom, which is this one. So this one is where I'm going to put anything they need to know for the morning. And I haven't linked a whole lot yet. I'll probably link our calendar in here somewhere too. So I might change out a poster or something. You can see I even was able to put in a picture of my family. So it kind of looks like something I would have in my room. Right here where the lunch bag is, if they click on this, they'll be sent to where they will do their lunch and breakfast order for each day. Here, I usually have my kiddos in the morning get on typing.com, so that will send them to typing.com. Same with, now we have Freckle again. And then I'm going to go back. I used to do this and I stopped for a little bit, but now I'm going to go back to using a virtual hall pass. That way no one's touching hall passes, or a pen that sits by the door. So they'll click on this and this will take them to where they'll sign out for the hall pass each day. So like I said, I'll probably link, I have a Google Calendar that I use with my students. That way that they can see all the upcoming days off or any events we have scheduled, guest speakers, things like that. It might be a little different this year, not as much to see, but there. Something I had found was a neat little video of how to wash hands. So that's actually even linked right here on the hand sanitizer. So you can link it to videos, websites, documents, whatever you want to do, pretty much that we can find a link for. So that's just going to be my homeroom one. So this is just for my homeroom kids. These are things that they would need access to every day. That way it's not always like, oh, I don't know where this is, or I don't know what I'm supposed to do. They'll know every single day they come in my room, they get on their iPads, they open up Google Classroom, or what I will most likely do is have them save this one especially, because this is one that they'll use every day, right as a bookmark right onto their home screen. So it'll look like just an app, and they'll know right where to go every morning, and they don't even have to bother logging into Google Classroom to pull the morning classroom up. So this is my morning one. The other thing that I was going to show you, I haven't made any other ones quite yet. The other thing I was going to show you is what I call the parent app or the classroom app. So this is an option too. So maybe you don't want to go into decorating a fake classroom. Maybe you want something for open house that would be just mainly for the parents to access. So this is an idea that you could create. And again, if they have, and I don't know about Samsung's or any other phone, but I know with an iPhone, you're able to save a bookmarked website right to your actual screen, and it looks just like an app. So parents could actually save this right onto their phones and have access to it all year. So if they click here, it would be my contact information. So I have my email address, my school phone. They can click here to go right to Dojo. I do have Google Voice, so my phone number is there. And then they also have PowerSchool as an option as parents, so that's the link there. This will be an All About Me page. I haven't done it yet. It's not even linked up yet. So they'll click here, and this is where I'll put my video up that we've been requested to make for open house. This would be my Google Calendar that I was talking about that I have made for my students and for parents as well, so they can know of upcoming dates. This is a virtual backpack, so if they click on this, it will send them directly to any of the documents that the students would be assigned for homework, especially if we end up virtual. Say they lose something, or I heard that Google Classroom has fixed it, and I haven't seen it yet because I haven't had to assign anything. But there for a while that the students could very easily delete attachments that were sent. So if that happens, they could always go here for the attachments. This page is going to be an announcement page. So if there's anything important, anything I want them to look for in book bags, what have you, will be here for them. This is resources. So over closure last spring, I made a 5th grade resource website. So this will just be kind of like extension, extra things. Like I'm not going to post assignments here. I'm not going to do a whole lot here. There is going to be a parent help site to it where it'll have like helpful videos for parents on how to get into Google Classroom, how to submit an assignment, things like that. This will be our schedule, which we don't have up yet. This will be the school menu. So I always get, I can't find the menu, or how do I find out how much money is on my child's account? All that's going to be right here. I don't think it's linked yet, but I should be able to show you kind of what it looks like. Yeah, so it'll look like this. Everything this year is going to be done through School Cafe. So they'll be able to go here, create an account, or look at the menu as a guest. So that is just an idea. Oh, and this is going to be a list of website links. So this is where I'll put the district website, our Cambridge website for the specific school, or any other specific websites that I think that are beneficial for them to have, kind of at their fingertips. So this is another idea that you could do using the same concept. And you literally make it exactly how you'd make the virtual classroom. So just an idea, something to think about that you guys could use. So that's just a little of a rundown what a virtual classroom is and the different things that you could do with it. You can put audio in them. You can put videos right in them, all those things. So that's something that we'll talk about during our little session when we meet up. So hopefully you are kind of thinking you like virtual classrooms, and I hope you guys learn to like them as much as I do. See you soon.